Today I'm going to be trying out this neat little car vacuum cleaner that I picked up from Amazon. I believe the name is pronounced Cherylon. Not 100% sure about that. This little vacuum popped up as a suggested buy from Amazon. I thought that it would be pretty cool to have a small vacuum that was compact, powered by the vehicle, and according to the reviews does a pretty good job. There was actually a different car vacuum that had more reviews and they looked like they were better, but when I really got into looking at the detailed reviews of that vacuum, there were a lot of 1 stars. So I did go ahead and decide to get this one. So let's open it up and see what's in the box. So the box includes, of course, the vacuum. There is a flexible hose, crevice tool, brush attachment, extension wand, a little brush to clean it, an extra filter, and a really nice carrying case to keep everything in. Now, one thing that I noticed right off is this vacuum is a little bit smaller than from the photo and description on the Amazon listing, but in no way do I feel that's bad. I would much prefer a smaller compact vacuum that takes up less area to store it in. It also comes with a card to do an Amazon review and some simple instructions. You'll also see that the cord is pretty long. The description says it is 16.4 feet, which should be ample room to get all around your vehicle without having to unplug the plug and replug it in again. This is the canister that will collect the dust and dirt, and to remove it, you just push in these buttons. It comes right off and gives you easy access to your filter. When you just want to empty the canister, you just turn this plug, open it up, dump it out. So now it's time to see how well this thing works. I brought the vacuum and all the accessories out to vacuum out my truck, and everything fit nice and neat into the case. As you can see, it's not bulging out or anything. There's actually a little bit more room. So I'm really glad that everything fits in there, including the extra filter. Once I take off the tie wrap on the cord, I'm going to replace it with one of these Velcro cord wraps. I'm going to go ahead and start my truck to be sure that the 12-volt accessory outlet is making enough power. So from just this little bit of vacuuming, I'm going to say it works okay. It's not going to be super powerful. It's not a shop vac. So I don't think it's fair to try to compare the power of such a small vacuum to something like a shop vac. I wanted to try it and see how well it worked without any attachments. Most of this grass has been in here for a while and is kind of ground into the carpet. So next I'm going to try out the brush attachment, because I think that's what it's going to take to really dig this grass out of the carpet. I didn't start the truck this time. I wanted to see if it was going to work pretty good without the truck running because my truck is so loud, and it seems to do pretty well. The brush attachment is digging the grass that's kind of woven up into the fibers out, so that's pretty good. Again, it's not a powerhouse. You have to understand this is a small $30 vacuum, so it's never going to be able to compete with the bigger vacuums with more power. But at the same time, this is a very small, compact vacuum that you can leave in your vehicle, and it's not going to take up much room. Probably the best thing to do is not let your vehicle get that bad to begin with. And since you're going to be able to keep this vacuum right inside of your vehicle with you, it would be pretty easy to just vacuum it out about once a week. Now I'm going to try the crevice tool and see if I can vacuum out some of the grass and dirt along the edges of the body panels and the seats. So the crevice tool looks like it's doing a pretty good job pulling the grass and dirt out from around the edges. Now I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the whole floor and see how long it takes me. I've spent maybe 5 minutes, maybe a little less, vacuuming out the floorboard of the passenger side of my truck, and this is what it looks like. So as an overall, I'm pretty happy with this little vacuum. It performs at least as well as expected, maybe even a little better. Here's the dirt and grass and everything else that the little vacuum picked up. So the filter did a pretty good job of catching all that dirt and dust. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the vacuum. So this is definitely something that I'm going to keep in my truck, and I'm going to try to stay on top of the vacuuming so it doesn't get so bad. The only problem for me is my wife stealing this vacuum. There's two little things that I want you to be aware of. After using it for about 12 minutes, because I ended up vacuuming out the driver's side of my truck, the end of this cord was hot, like burn you hot. So when you pull it out of your cigarette lighter or a 12-volt accessory port, be sure and don't touch this because it does get really hot. The other thing is I was having a loss of suction and it wasn't really picking up good. And I found the culprit. It's a real easy fix. Right in here, that's, I guess you would maybe call that the vacuum tunnel. So as your dirt and all is coming in here, it's having to turn 90 degrees and go up into the canister. Well, since I had a bunch of grass and stuff, it was caught right in here. And it really cut down on the airflow to the point it wasn't really picking up good. And once I pulled that grass out of there, it worked just fine. So just a couple things I wanted you to be aware of. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.